Hello, traders, and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. It's a Tuesday, May 15th. Good to be with you. Early in the morning, it's 4 minutes after 7, and that would be 20:04 on Wall Street, actually on a Monday night. As I say, great to be with you. We're out, we're back, we're at the trading desk, and I have a good friend who came into town yesterday from America, and I don't normally go out at night during the week. Well, he's only here for 2 days, so I went out yesterday evening with him, and it was one of those after midnight back. So 5:30 in the morning comes quick, and I'm losing my voice, and we'll see how today gets along. So anyhow, it's great. It's great to see Bill, and I'm sure I'll see him later today. Hopefully we'll do some lunch or something like that because I need to be at the trading desk. Guys, let's see what's going on today. Let's keep things rolling here. So about an hour and 20 minutes, we got RBA meeting minutes. Then Assistant Governor DeBelli speaks, and we'll see how that goes. He already spoke already. He spoke an hour and a half ago. I guess he's going to speak again. I don't think they're going to do anything as far as anything. I guess they're going to comment on why they didn't do anything with their interest rates, but we didn't expect anything to be done. China's got industrial production year on year today. Keep an eye on that. And fixed asset investment year on year today. Euro's got German GDP quarter on quarter year on year for Q1. French CPI today. HICP out of the French today. Pound's got some average earnings index today, climate count change, employment change, unemployment rate, inflation report, which is the big one. And Germany's got the ZEW current conditions, German ZEW economic sentiment today. The Euro's got GDP quote unquote year on year, Q1 for that. What else we got? Industrial production out of the Euro today, and of course, ZEW economic sentiment there also. Eurogroup meetings today, as usual, tentative as they do all the time. Into the U.S., the big one's going to be retail sales. We got New York Empire State Manufacturing core retail sales is coming out today. Business investments out of the states, and global dairy trade price index out of the Kiwi. So quite a busy day today. In data, so should keep the markets moving and popping around there. I did take a look at some charts earlier, and this one jumped out at me talking about the Kiwi. Let's get to let's see what we got over here. Dollar index 92.53 really hasn't done a lot since yesterday, right? It's basically in that same little area there. So I don't see anything there. Let's just take a look at oil. WTI is at 71.06. Brent is at 78.35, heading to 80. So keep an eye on that. Let's get to the charts, my friends. Let's take a look at the New Zealand. Did we call this yesterday? Listen, I don't call a lot that I write, but when I do, I got to mention it. Anyhow, this was pretty nice. And I remember I didn't think this was a good trade because of the EMAs entwined with each other. Well, look at what happened, my friends. Came back up, tested the 55, bada bing, bada boom, down she goes, sideways for a couple of hours, and just continues to the downside. Look at where it stopped. Wow, isn't that amazing? Remember, we put this here. We put this here because what was going on over here, right? Left of the chart, nice support. Now it's no new support, right? So what would be the plan here? Well, the plan is you could do two things. One, you could say to this, hey, listen, we get over here at 69.22. Why don't we take this to the upside, right? Why don't we take this to the upside? So this is a buy thing, and you're going to go to 69.40, right? 69.40, you're going to get in trouble here. Left of the chart, you got stuff. You got the EMA. Now, if you can break through 69.40, you're going to go all the way up to the 200. Right? But at that point, I'm looking now, we're going to do the opposite, right? We're going to sell it again at the same spot, right? That looks like a pretty good idea to me, folks. So we got to get rid of that. Maybe that is a void. The Kiwi's looking in play today. And I got to tell you, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch if this pops back up, gives us a pullback, or it's just gonna continue sideways. European Open 1 hour before, it's gonna start dwindling back down. It's going to give time, not a lot of time, but this 55 eventually is going to pull down, right? It's going to continue to the downside. We do have some angle and separation that we got to watch, but if that 55 continues to point directly downward, I wouldn't be looking to buy anything until this starts to go sideways a little bit, gives us a little bit of help. So that's how I look at the Kiwi. Even the Euro took a little dump to the downside. Euro took a little dump, but we're still in that range there. It did do what we asked it to do, right? I got way too many hours on the chart. Way too many hours. So here we go. Come on. Let's not be crazy, William. There we go. So we want that back over here, right? Up here, resistance. 1990, right? Expect an overshoot. So it might go to 25, 2010, even 2015, and then we'll look to sell it if we get there. Now, it's got a hard way up there. I think it's going to continue to downside. Look at what we have here. Right here, we got a confluence here, right? We got the 10, but we got the 200. It broke the 200. It's back up testing it now. And you got that 10 EMA right on top of price with the 200 right there. I think this is just going to continue to the downside. I don't see this making a move to the upside. So I would say we got to find an entry here. So how are we going to do that? Well, one way you can do it is we can make a horizontal line here. We just put that in as our new resistance line, right? So really, I want to give it some room, right? Let it break this, right? Let it break this, retest it, right? At this 1931, let it retest it, and we sell it, right? Then we'll take this bad boy, and we're going to bring it down here, right? I'm going to resell it. Wide open space here, my friends. Wide open space. We like that. So, yeah. So I'm looking for a continuation here to the downside. Let's break this, what is support. We're going to make it into resistance, retest, and then we'll sell it. Looks like a pretty nice trade today on the euro dollar. That's the pound Swiss. I didn't want to really look at that. But let's take a look at the Aussie. You know, I've always been bearish in the Aussie. It's just something I've been. But this, you know, this again, here we are, same situation. Now we're above the 200, 10's on top of price, basically doing the squeeze play here. So what's going to happen here? Well, this trade at resistance to the downside apparently is not a bad idea. It worked, right? But what about this? If this doesn't break below and close below the 200 exponential moving average, we got to wait for price to come back up to 75.60. If price breaks below, and this current candle, by the way, just broke below the 200 at 75.22, but it's got a lock in there, right? Close. Next candle opens, and we need it to stay there. So you're going to watch this for an hour, right? After you get your first initial close under there. So we'll watch this, but again, this to me looks like this just wants to come down, folks. This to me just looks so bearish. This just looks bearish to me. This just looks like this just wants to pound on down there. Basically the same setup here, right? There's a 200, right? That's a 200. So just stick a line there. And I absolutely did nothing, William. Absolutely did nothing. Anyhow, the 200 is what you want to watch. You want to watch the green line, 200 exponential moving average. Close below it, second candle, hopefully third candle gives you a retest. There's your entry to the downside we go. What if it doesn't give you a retest? What if you don't want to wait for the retest? That's fine. Get in the trade. You're only going to put your stop 15 pips away, folks. Because if it stays above the 200, there's a good possibility it's going to come back up to this 55 EMA, and you'll have to sell it from there. But the key to this trade is to close below that 200 exponential moving average and hopefully sustain it for like an hour. So that's 2 candles worth, and then continue to the downside. But this looks bearish to me on the Aussie dollar. Let's take a look at our friend the dollar CAD we've been watching lately. So this little bad boy is taking its little toll to the upside. This is all about oil. Wildcat's all about oil, and we're at the 200 here. So technically, you would say this is definitely an opportunity to sell this, right? We're at resistance. We have the 200 right there. This is a spot we can sell it. But folks, what if this decides to break through here and continue to the upside? Now, if this breaks through here, this is the third time this has broken through the 200 and hasn't been able to sustain it. I really don't want to sell here. Why don't I want to sell here? Well, there's just too much junk here. Too much junk here, right? So this, to me, doesn't look very healthy. This, to me, doesn't look very healthy to me. I don't want to sell at this spot. This needs to either pull up or do something, but if it closes and it closes below that 10 EMA, then you got the 55 right under. You got Forex junk left of the chart. To me, there's really no trade here. There's nothing to do here, my friends. We're just going to leave this one alone, keep it on the back burner. We'll watch it today and see how it works out. Traders, it's that time. Let's take a look at the dollar index. Little pop up there, 92.66 as I speak, above the 200 exponential moving average. For us dollar index, people want to see this baby to the upside. To the upside. This technically looks really nice to continue its journey to the skies. Absolutely beautiful. Traders, thank you for being with me on this Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow morning in Asia, providing I still have a voice. Traders, have a great trading day. Always remember to trade smart, not hard. We'll catch you tomorrow morning in Asia. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye now.